Welcome back to the garage. We're here again. So over the last week I managed to find all replacement plugs instead of having to cut and splice these little tails off the old original plugs. I managed to find all of them except for the knock sensor, but we're not using the knock sensor, but I'm going to wire it in just in case in the future we use it. But I managed to find all these plugs for the M18, and I suppose the M16, the M15 use all the same plugs, so managed to find them all in one place, in one shop. Even the little tiny, I think it's the cam sensor one, so I've got a whole box of brand new plugs. And I ended up finding them at Bellinger Motorsports in America. And that's the part list there of all the plugs. I'll put a link in the description to their website. So my job today is start looking at terminating all of these plugs onto the new loom, so we can get that all sorted and then work out our bulkheads into the box. We've got one of it sorted because those brand new plugs came with our new injectors. So I've got that bit sorted, but I've got all the plugs for the rest now. And these plugs that came from that website, they look like OEM quality. They don't look like cheap knockoffs, so I'm happy about that. Even the Delphi version of plugs actually has Delphi written on it, so I don't think they are repop. And they do look like really good quality, so if you're looking for plugs for your engine, check out their website. I haven't talked to them at all about it, but I'm just helping you guys out if you need all those plugs. One-stop shop for everything. And finished last week, the old man finished off so those are the little funnels that catch the water. So when the engine cover is closed, it sits inside there and drops water into this. And this will be mounted on here somewhere, and then that pipe will be fed outside the boat. So it looks like he's just working on putting those in. Oh yeah?
Yep, you just got to weld that one up because that bracket's correct, and then that's my one done.
And then you can do mine.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do it. Just a word of warning, don't order exactly what was on my list. Make sure you order them how it says 75794. That means if it's got starts with a 7, it's a kit, and you get the seals and the terminals. The two that I ordered that were 100292, and there's another one. Is that 100300? Those unfortunately were just the plugs themselves with no terminals. So if you want to order these ones, make sure you order the kit version. So unfortunately now I have to order the seals and the terminals separately from America. But the shipping is phenomenally fast. It does cost a little bit, but it's phenomenally fast. Within a week I had all the plugs, so just thought I'd let you know that instead, just in case you were going to order some and you ordered just the plugs. So yeah, make sure you order the whole kit. Normally they start with a 7, and you get the seals and the terminals together. So we've seen my big loom all together. So I've pulled them all out into single little looms at the moment. So you've got your throttle position sensor and idle control, and the coils, water and air temp, and then all your alternator, crank sensor, etc. So I'll just wire all the new plugs on it, run them together later, put them on the engine, run them together, work out where they're going, then I'll add that green sheath to them, this green stuff, before I bundle them all together permanently. So that's my first job, is wire up all these plugs. So because I got just the plugs and not the terminals, I've done as much of the engine wiring harness as I can. So that's for the coils. That one there is for the air intake temperature and water coolant temperature. They're all done, injectors are done, so I just need to wait until I've got the plugs for the alternator and for the cam sensor and the crank sensor. I have to work out that screen cable yet. So just about there with the loom. Hopefully next time the seals and the plugs are here, and then I can get that buttoned up. I've ordered another heavy duty plug for the water injection pump, and I'm still yet to get one for this, another heavy duty plug for the hydraulic pump. What's that? That's the oil pump, oil pressure sensor, so that's done. The only thing I didn't order off their website was a new spade terminal for the starter motor, and I couldn't find the knock sensor other plug for that, so we're not using the knock sensor, but I'm going to wire it to the box anyway. If we upgrade our ECU or something later, we'll be able to utilise that. Also with the VVTi, I bought a plug for it, but we're not using it. But if we decide to use it in the future, it'll already be wired to the box. So I'm just moving on to mounting the boost controller solenoid. So I've just put a plug on it. So if it puckers out one day, we can just swap it over, put a new plug on it and mount it. So I'm going to mount it on the back of this here. So it'll mount somewhere like that. And then that is the that goes in here. So that's on there, so we can run the vacuum wastegate straight from there to the solenoid, and then from there to the inlet manifold over this side with the rest of all the vacuum lines. The old man mounted all the funnels on his boat and my boat, so they're all mounted. He's drilled the outlet holes, so it's the outlet for all that water is going to come out here. So I'm just going to weld those on inside there, and the water will just drop out the back here on both sides. So yeah, so I just got to weld those on, and we've still got to sort out our jet unit gasket, because they tell you to just tape around it and fill it with silicone, but we think we can do a better job and make an actual gasket that bolts on and off, just because we want to do it right. So next on the list, I've got to polish up. I don't think I'll bother polishing this too much, because I'm going to put Dynamat heat sound insulation on there. I've got to polish these up a bit and make them look nice. I still have to sand my one off. The old man didn't want to do it on mine, obviously. He's busy doing his own stuff. So we're getting close to firing the engine. Here's the other one. He's just for our water methanol injection tank. We got 2 plastic tanks for it with the kits, but I don't think they're going to fit very nicely. So he's designed his one up, and that's going to fit in here and follow down in here and then drop straight into the pump, and we'll just have a filler right here, so it fills up this space a little bit. I think it's about 5 litres, so we'll have plenty of water methanol mix on board. So after that's done, we'll be buttoning it up, getting those all the wiring terminated into the electrical box, get them all terminated. We have to buy some multi-core cable to run to the front for all the switches, for the hydraulic, all the lights, all the switches there, start button, etc. Get all that wired in, and then we can fire it up and see what they sound like. Yeah. What did you think of the new Sabotage Garage logo? I think it looked pretty sick on some t-shirts anyway, so I might get some t-shirts made for myself and the old man. They look quite retro. Shout out to Mitchell Design. Lee at Mitchell Design designed our new logo. So if you want to get him to make something for you. It was really cheap, really cool design. I like it. It's like kind of vintage looking. So if you want to get him to do something for you, I'll put a link in the description for his website, and Lee did the job for me. Yeah, so we'll catch you on the next one. Sorry about another short video, but wiring is just boring, and I just don't think everyone wants to watch me solder terminals, crimp terminals, and wrap wires. So just giving you a little bit of a fill-in. So we'll be back next weekend actually, and we'll carry on with the wiring. Hopefully the terminals are here, I can get that all buttoned up, and the main engine harness will be done except for terminating it into the box. Really looking forward to getting this done. So I think the closer I get, the more I want to get it done. So after all that's done, I guess we'll be back onto those trailers in the searing heat. It's been 30 degrees odd every day, and I'm not looking forward to spending a couple of days welding. And then I've been watching, I went out to the lake a couple of weeks ago, and people doing donutting stuff, so I think I'm going to make a sort of a roll bar up here so I can tow a donut as well. So we'll design something that goes up and over, and we can put a tow hitch on it and tow some donuts and some skis. So I've got all that sort of stuff. That'll be awesome. So I'll catch you next time.